I have two partners, Carl Severcrop and Mike Van. We were purchasing a deal in Pryor, Oklahoma, which is a small town just east of Tulsa by about 40 miles. And normally we wouldn't look in a market that small because it's about 20,000 people. It's a 100-unit complex, but Google is putting a large data facility out there. And so the town is just going crazy. I mean, there's just a ton of activity there. Google's building out infrastructure all around that area, and everything's 100% occupied there. And they're not building C-class apartments there anymore. So we feel really good about where we're at on the rents, and that we could slowly raise the rents. And it's more of a yield play. It's already making money. It's going to make money from day one. It's not a huge value add. We're not going to put a ton of money into it. We're below the market rent, so we're just going to raise the rents over time, and then we have a plan to sell it in about 3 to 5 years. We got I think our raise is about $1.5 million. We've made our raise. We've over raised. That's a problem that we might have to address. We've got more money than we need. We'll probably have to give some back, or take some $100,000 investments and cut them in half and give some of these folks back half their money or something. So the money came in so quick, we just all of a sudden we knew we had a couple 100,000 too much. So that's a problem I wasn't expecting. Yeah. So, but the raise was really smooth. One thing I did learn on this is it is a group effort, man. You want partners in these deals. It's so much work getting these things off the ground. We've got a partner that's working with the brokers, making sure all that stuff. I'm handling the legal. I'm handling all the money coming in from the investors. That's a full-time job. Somebody's dealing with the property management company. There's just so many aspects to getting these deals closed. I can't even imagine trying to do one of these on my own. It's a lot of work. I'm sure people do it. And maybe after I have more experience, I could do it, but it just seems like this is just teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Because you can all just assign, you can all assign duties, and everybody take a little the area of the process of getting this thing closed and take it over, and it's going to get done correctly. So my partners have been great. Everybody's kind of carrying their weight, and things seem like they're going to close on time. And this looks to be like a very smooth transaction.
What's a couple of ways that you're prepared for the capital raise to make it so successful? Being overraised that quickly is great. That's a great problem to have, right? So yeah. Maybe what are a couple of things that you did to be just this good at capital raising that fast?
I got a little taste of capital raising on that first deal that caught on fire, and this one seemed to go a little bit smoother. I can't say that we really did a whole lot. I didn't go out and work people beforehand. I didn't, take people lunch and go, hey, I'm going to find a deal. If I do, would you be interested? It was none of that. It was like, we found a deal. We put together an email. We shot the email out to everybody we knew. And we followed it up with a webinar, and we had our money. It wasn't, $1.5 million is not a huge raise. I think our minimum investment was $35,000. But when you start getting checks in for $50,000, $100,000, I think we had a $200,000 investment. That fills up pretty quick.